Okay, my internet is playing up. All right, hopefully this is going to settle down, because if anyone tunes in at the moment, it's going to be very laggy. If anyone watches this back later, probably going to be a really shitty frame rate. These random fuckings of my internet usually don't last long, and in fact, the warning indicator my bandwidth is gone now. So hopefully it's fine. And hello, Justin. You forwarded scam call phone number to a YouTube scam beta. Haven't heard from them since. That's interesting, because I didn't know they used real numbers. I thought they were spoofing the numbers that they called from. I haven't watched any of those scam beta videos for a while. They're fucking fascinating. Like, the hacker skills of those guys do my head in, how they manage to backtrace the nasty fuckers who were doing the scam calls and whatnot, and get into their systems. Positively does my head in. They seem like people you wouldn't want to piss off, the scam betas, because, as Liam Neeson says, they have a particular set of skills and they seem super motivated to use them. So, yeah, I really feel like getting on the wrong side of the scam betas would be a not good move. Could reduce your quality of life more than a tad. Now, I don't know if a lot of people are going to join early. I mean, I had Red Dead Redemption on. Where are we? I'll share my screen. Oh, there we go. I thought that wasn't working, but it is working. There we go. Roanoke Ridge. Wait, how wanted am I here? Oh, right. It's in there. It's in Dead or Alive territory. Sure. Wait, who wants to talk to me there? Obadiah Hinton. Butcher's Creek. I should go to Butcher's Creek. Butcher's Creek is friggin' wild. Yes, Justin. I think possibly some scam betas do end up working for law enforcement. All right. I'm going to just move a couple things around and see if I can manage this. Okay. Oh, I'm going to do a thing here so I can see a thing there. And, all right. So, God, is this like sunset? Where's my horse? What are those lights over there? Are they nice people? Oh, God, Mimsy, you're so freaking desperate. What is wrong with my horse? Wait, who's this over here? There's light over here. Where am I? Oh, they switched the light out. Wait, what is this? I'm suspicious. What is this? What's going on in here? Okay, this is weird. Candles. I mean, a lantern. Hello, Megaleech. Is there anything in here? I find this whole thing very suspicious. So, is that rats I can hear? Ooh, chewing tobacco. That's handy. All right. I can hear rats. Can I see rats? I cannot see any rats. All right. Well, that whole thing was a bit weird. Oh, it's actually birds. I thought it's morning. I'm hearing birds. Right, horse. We investigated and nothing was there. Let us get on the road. Oh, look, there's a person. Maybe we can be friends. Hey, mister. Riding to find the weird hillbilly folk in Butcher Creek because they are fun. I mean, the Murphy brood who hang around that area, not fun. I may have to kill some of them. In fact, I should probably have a fucking gun out. They're very dangerous. More morning birdies. Well, you know what? I'm going to feed my horse. Have an oat cake. Okay, what the fuck was that? I think I heard someone. What was that? What the fuck is that? Why am I doing a lasso and not a gun? Jesus Christ. Where the fuck? Oh, okay, this is some serious bullshit. That, I swear to fucking God. That was ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous. Anyway. Fuck that. Where's my fucking horse? Oh, that was really annoying. Okay. So like the setup I have here with the laptop, in case you couldn't tell from that little debacle, is absolutely shithouse for playing game, actually. Now thinking of moving a few things around. This is like ridiculous. Like I even specifically had a weapon out, and then the game goes, you probably want to have a lasso while that wolf's attacking you, and or fucking maybe not. Maybe not. My dude, my dude. Oh, and actually, speaking of which, I'm going to take the fucking gun out again. In case I run into some fucking Murphy brood. Murderous inbred bastards. This is a dangerous part of the world. Just gonna cruise on in. And I got my repeating shotgun. I'm a person with whom one should not fuck. Yeah, like this position, I've got the laptop, is ridiculous. My arm is getting sore because of the angle I have to hold it on. I'm going to move some things. All right. I'm going to put my drink up there for now. My phone over there, so it's out of the way. This is just a warm up for party night. What's that look like? Yep, nasal cam. That's okay. Okay, that's a much better angle for playing the game, I think. Okay, it's fucking Murphy Brood coming out. Just like I fucking said they would. Okay. We're going to take a breather. I'm going to get the mouse in a better position. Move the microphone over there. And I'm going to jump off my horse and I'm going to kill these motherfuckers. Because that's just like therapy I need at this point. I should have untangled all these cables before starting. But I didn't. Yeah, it's the cable fairies. Come in when you're not looking and tie everything in knots. What's that all about? What kind of god allows cable fairies to exist? I should get wireless, is what I should do. Come on, fucking eat shit, you fucking hillbilly fuck. Wait, who's shooting at me over here? And now I'm wrestling with hillbillies. Oh my god. Jesus fuck. This is not meant to be. You know what? It's like God talking to me at the moment. I shouldn't be playing this. Okay, well, that's some stupid shit. What a fucked start to the evening, honestly. Quit that. Yes, don't save anything. Just fuck it all. Fuck it all. Okay, I don't know if anyone's even here. But anyone who likes angry rants, you might get one now because I'm a little bit fired up. So probably just the slightest thing will set me off. Ha, deep sigh. I'm back here. Fucking technical issues. God damn it. Anyway, so hopefully no more technical issues tonight. I'm in a shit of a mood now. To lighten up a little, have a refreshing beverage, maybe. I'm going to do some more of my whiskey tasting tonight. Having tasted the Bakery Hills last night and got my two favorites, Classic Malt and Double Wood, I'm going to compare them to ones... Sorry, what the fuck? Oh, Jesus Christ, Megaleech. See, I'm so fucking scattered. That scared the shit out of me just then when you said passwords on the bottom. I thought, wait, is for some reason my password in clear text at the bottom of the screen? But of course, we are referring to me and my travails with technology. Ugh, dude. And I'm sober, and that got me. God damn. So, yeah, I say, so little Bakery Hill brochure they sent me with the sample pack. Classic malt, 46% alcohol, complex multi-layering of sweet green apples and spiced honey with a hint of cider. That's interesting. They say apple flavors. I definitely got like spiced honey flavor. Palate. Flavor ramps up kaleidoscopically. From nutmeg through spiced honey to a firm cereal with a generous layer of malty richness to finish. The finish is mouth-filling, smooth and lingering, leaving a satisfying glow and inner warmth. Well, it was pretty fucking good. And the other one that I liked, Double Wood, also 46%. The nose opens with slightest hint of apricot, coconut, and plum, before revealing an intermingling of golden syrup and plum pudding, all wrapped in the spicy hint of cloves. The palate, subdued and mouth-filling orange marmalade overtones with characteristic rich nougat sweetness, well-balanced oak. Finish rounded, well-finished, lingering to the very... That golden syrup thing. That's because, I was saying like they tasted like different sorts of honey. Those notes are very helpful. Yeah, one's like spiced honey, another one's golden syrup. Yes, no, Megaleech, you don't have to apologize for how fucking scattered my brain is this evening. Unable to get a single fucking thing working with Red Dead Redemption, and then technical issues. Ugh. Speaking of which, I just wanted to check something. Ooh, that's interesting. Speaking of which, that was pretty fucking surreal. Right. It's like thrown me right off. Let me see. I just wanted to check something because I had a funny comment. G'day, you. Don't want to do that. I just want to look at that. Yep, it's still back. Okay, cool. Just YouTube is just doing some weird fucking shit, and I'm just trying to keep abreast of it, as it were. Because if we have not worked out yet, I am easily distracted. All right, sorry, it's a weird message, but no, that's all good. I understand that message. That is funny. My hand's sticky. I don't want to. So many things it could be. Even though I've been cleaning up today, or when I say I, it's we collectively been doing some cleaning. But I did actually, not that it would mean anything to anyone here because it's not your. I significantly reduced clutter around here in the kitchen. I feel pretty good about that. Just wondering, because tomorrow night's date night, and I may or may not do a stream on Sunday night. So I might have the whole weekend to make another pre-recorded video. So I got to sort of see, is there anything happening in the world? Dead shit convicted for murder. Job summit. Oh, that's a Guardian having a dig at Peter Dutton. That's a bit of fun. Renters are going to extremes to escape the rent crisis amid call for long-term solution. Are they murdering landlords? Because it's not extreme till that happens. Eh? Peter Dutton will be hoping Australians weren't paying attention to the Jobs and Skills Summit. Okay, so he decided, he said, I did hear him say this on the news, that it's just all about unions, too many unions. But yeah, it seems to have worked for Labor. But yes, employers groups were there. Nationals leader David Littleproud could say he was genuinely here to be constructive, drawing an implicit contrast with opposition leader and possibly his predecessor Barnaby Joyce. Dutton will be hoping Australians weren't paying attention because it's hard to portray an event with Qantas Chief Executive, Australian of the Year Dylan Alcott, every single state and territory leader as only about unions. It's true that unions got more than other stakeholders, but it wasn't gifted. It's earned through weeks of successful negotiations, stitching up deals before the summit. Yeah. Peter Dutton's hilarious in the degree to which he does not understand how reviled he is. I feel like he's just been acting like it's my turn, I've got to be leader. And maybe he had enough weight to throw around in the Liberal Party to get that. I also kind of feel like the Liberal Party people who survived the last election, I feel like they looked at it and said, yeah, we got fucked hard and there's almost no chance we'll win the next election. So whoever becomes leader after this is just going to lead us into another election loss. And traditionally, a leader after an election loss resigns. And so the people with longer term aspirations go, yeah, Dutton won't fucking shut up and keep acting, oh, it's my turn to be leader. So let him be leader. And he's a fucking disaster. And we'll lose the next election as well. But then there's the time for forward thinking people to seize their opportunity for power. There's somewhat of a possibility that I'm giving people in the Liberal Party too much credit for strategic thinking. They may not actually have that depth of strategic thinking, but maybe they do. And hello, Kirsten. How are you this fine evening? So, yeah, I know. It's kind of fun. So renters going to extremes. What are they doing? School chaplains in their 20s. They wanted a space, took in a mortgage. Oh, they did a tiny home. I had a weekend away with Mrs. Angry in Timboon, and the place we stayed in was a tiny home. Probably classifies as a large tiny home, but it was a tiny home. Like it had a kitchen, dining room, a bathroom, and a bedroom. It was like a big caravan. And when we're in there, I could see why people would go for this. On one level, it's like, ooh, I can be a minimalist and not have clutter. Downside is I'm a hoarder, so it won't work. Yes, Kirsten, husband is very attractive because he's doing martini and cheese platter. That is the sign of a quality man right there. So kudos to you, Kirsten Husband. I haven't had a martini in a while. I might have a martini. Kirsten, you probably missed. I was saying, having decided which of the Bakery Hills I really liked last night, I think I'm going to do a comparison of these because I compared them all to each other last night. Now compare these to ones I've had for a while that I like, and see how they stack up. Seems like a plan. And in fact, I also want to do them next to the other Bakery Hill I've got, their limited edition one, the Blunderbuss. So I might get real fucking pissed. Oh, yeah, see, okay. Then you're getting into specialty territory, Megaleech, if Husband is actually being the cheese board. I've been to parties like that. Canapes served off a person's body. But yes, that's a whole thing too. Okay. So yes. Oh, Australia Post going to be closing post offices because most people are doing stuff online. The Australian Financial Review. This is relevant to my interests. What's everyone drinking at home as home entertaining surges? Is this going to be paywalled? No, it's not. Chief Executive of Australian Vintage says new range of premixed cocktails and gins making strong headway. Rising cost of living means people have one eye on value as food prices soar in restaurants. Australian Vintage owns McGuigan, Nepthine, Tempest 2, Barossa Valley Wine Co. Expanded into spirits and premix. They have a premix cocktail brand called Mr. Stubbs, which I haven't seen. We found it hits a sweet spot. A gin range known as Rescued Spirits uses citrus rinds from fruit growers, which otherwise would be discarded to flavour its range. It's gaining momentum. Tempest 2 gin is not solid sales. They're also doing alcoholic seltzers in cans. Well, that'll get the 20-somethings in. It's the fastest growing segment of the alcohol industry worldwide. Having been marketed as healthier alcohol with no sugar and low carb, which is it's healthier alcohol in the way that smashing your fingers with a hammer is less dramatic than cutting your leg off with a chainsaw. It's still healthy is not really a thing here. So you be on board with this, Kirsten. Gin consumption began accelerating in 2017 with dozens of new players entering the market, with gin drinking becoming increasingly fashionable. Oh, and Lion bought 50% of Four Pillars. There you go. All right. No, yes, I get that, Kirsten. You're using knives for the cheese, so he's not going to be the cheese board in that case. That's fair. Mr. Garvin said non-wine drinkers deliver higher margins. So that's actually just a fucking press release for it. God, the media is fucking shameless. That was actually just a press release for a fucking brand. Video shows vicious brawl between teenagers and suited man at Sydney McDonald's car park. That sounds like fun. Dang. Depressing stories. Oh, days after successfully lobbying for COVID isolation period to be reduced, New South Premier wants it scrapped. I mean, what fuckwit. Perrottet just saying, yeah, people with COVID shouldn't isolate at all. Could you imagine how the case numbers would friggin' explode if people with COVID weren't isolating? Megaleech, I have not watched the first episode of Rings of Power yet. I shall probably watch it on the weekend. So See what it is like then. What's this? Doctors baffled about health advice. Well, it's not health advice at the moment, it's political. AMA says, what health advice? It's not. Ever since New South Wales fucked us all, absolutely fucked us all by letting COVID get out of control, by being just not doing the basics that everyone else was doing. And so it was fucking game over then. COVID's everywhere. We're fucked. It's just all the decisions from then on have been political, not based on health advice. It's just kind of like, well, yeah, let's just let people do shit now. Oh, Jesus, yeah. It's kind of like, it's weird, like head scratching. Why is this happening? Because fucking politics. Kirsten, I'm not surprised that you knew about the lion thing. I don't pay as much attention to that thing. Oh, Megaleech is actually 2 episodes available of Rings of Power. There you go. Yeah, hopefully it's good. I don't know. I love it because I did the video on it. One of the comments, someone saying it's basically fan fiction. It's not canon. It's like they've looked at the published stuff and just gone, I'm going to write my own story inspired by the published stuff. And, maybe it'll be good. I don't know. Anyway, I think it's time for me to drink whiskey. Shot. I think I'll just do this I'll just do it in shot glasses tonight. Oof, you got, okay. I'm jelly of that, Kirsten. You made no whiskey today. The prediction, because I got to think, yes, your order's on the way. The prediction for me is maybe next Tuesday. But, weird things happen. I could get it any time, I guess. But, I feel I got one whiskey delivery this week, so I can wait till next week for another whiskey delivery. Right, so we want some receptacles to drink out of. Oh. Okay. This, and these, I think. All right. Got some little drinking receptacles. Oh, I could get my little... I forgot what drinking things I was using last night because I actually got little glasses with the Bakery Hill stuff. Yeah, it's going to get pissed, man. Right. Little mini Glencairn glasses. All right, so comparison ones. I want the other Bakery Hill. Yeah, so we'll do the good whiskey from Archie Rose. And the question is, what Starwood? I think Solera. Solera? Is there anything else I want to compare and contrast? Oh yeah, all right. We'll go with gospel as well. All right. Time for some taste comparisons. Yeah, these cute little baby Glencairns. All right, so classic malt. Double wood. Blunderbuss. Which is a fun name. Okay. Bit of a big paw. Wait a second. I'll do it in the order so I don't get confused. We do good. Try Unexpeated. I actually finished my Unexpeated, and I know they re-released it with a less stupid name. But I haven't bothered to replace it. So I have quite a few other Starwoods on hand. Do. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And the Gosport Rye. Why not? Single cask. All righty. Now, I should also get some water to cleanse my palate. Getting the water happening. Ugh, okay. So I think I should try the Bakery Hill ones last, after I refresh my memory on what each of these tastes like. So, ooh, love that sort of spiciness with rye. Very grainy smell as well. Zesty on my tongue. Yum. Malty and zesty on my tongue. Whew. Quite warm going down too. Right, so Solera. Refresh my memory on Solera. Oof, that's really nice too. Kirsten, you don't be getting a new one when you run out. Yeah, I guess, I'm just waiting for the next new thing. Well, like, a post from Tiny Bear the other day saying they'll be releasing another whiskey soon. And their last whiskey was quite good. Oh, and that good whiskey in the mid-ground between a rye and a single malt, being a blend of those things. Yeah, you won't be getting new one. Yeah. Because I've got a couple of smoky whiskies. So, yeah, it was nice getting the Unexpeated once, but I'm not real motivated to get it again. All right, now this is the Bakery Hill Blunderbuss. That's a bit sharper. That's, Jesus Christ, 58%. This is my highest alcohol whiskey. 58%. I mean, actually, to be fair, two of the little bottles over there are 60%. But I mean, full-size bottle. It's my highest proof one. Oh. And okay, double wood. Oh my god, that's smooth. A little bit smoky. God damn. Those ones, that's really smooth. Oh, nice. Kirsten, you actually procured the casks for Unexpected's Wayboard. Yes, that was perfect. And I thought it was quite nice. It was a nice whiskey with peat flavour. You know, not in the realm of, you know, an Isla Scotch or anything, one of the peat monsters, but it was really quite nice, the flavour of that one. That classic malt. Mm. God, that's double wood might be my favourite. But the classic malt is good too. And their peated ones are quite nice, actually. Right, I'm going to put a little bit of ice in each of these. And yeah, sheer luck. I got exactly the right number of pieces of ice. Bit of a class move on my part. Now, I am actually going to do some direct comparisons now of the ones I like most. Okay, so I'm going to do Solera. It's a sort of bright sweetness to it, a little bit sharp. And double wood compared to that. Holy shit, I really like that double wood. All right. So the good whiskey. Got that rye sharpness. Aftertaste almost like beer. And the classic malt. Oof, enjoying myself with this whiskey tasting. I need a little bit more water. Cleanse my palate between tastes. I'm going to do a... I think I'll do a final taste off between double wood and classic malt. Man, that goes down easy. No, double wood. I have declared a favourite from my Bakery Hill tasting pack. I quite enjoy them. The double wood. So if I ever get another full-sized bottle, Bakery Hill, it'll be double wood. Ooh. So I'm kind of glad I got this. Here's a silly idea I've had. A notorious tiki drink is the zombie, because, and it's called zombie because it's notoriously strong and will make you appear like one of the Walking Dead if you have, more than one of them. And so I've had this idea of doing a whiskey zombie. I want to blend 3 quite different whiskeys and then actually like have the fruit juices that a traditional rum zombie has. Very unorthodox drink. May or may not be a good idea. I don't know if I'll do it tonight because I've already had a couple of drinks, and then if I have something that strong, I'll just like get shit-faced. So this is Gospel Rye. Yum. And then the good whiskey. Hello, Dr. Abigail. Kirsten, you're on board with me making a whiskey zombie? All right. Maybe I will make it tonight. Tomorrow's Saturday. I can sleep in. Also, because I made some cream of coconut. So I just wanted to make something in the realm of a pina colada tonight as well. Okay, now that's good. Because this was the whiskey zombie is an offshoot of my idea of basically going to like all the famous tiki drinks and remaking them with whiskey and seeing what that's like. Because it's not so common to use. It's not unheard of, but it's not so common to use whiskey in fruity drinks. I just thought it would be a fun experiment. All right, finish off the strong Bakery Hill. And I guess 58% single malt. That's the kicker in my whiskey zombie. Hey, Big Pat. How you going, man? Oh. Finishing all my drinks. They're only little splashies of drinks. Oh. Nice, Abigail. You've been at a thing. Now you need to eat food. Okay, well, thanks for stopping in, and we'll see you when you procure food, which is a good and important thing to be doing. Right. Oh. So, Mrs. Angry helped me shoot a video today for my cocktail channel where I decanted my barrel-aged cocktail, Death and Taxes, and I'd saved a bit that wasn't barrel-aged so I could taste them side by side. And we both agree barrel-aged is better. Barrel-aged is really nice. It like kind of softens or smooths, doesn't necessarily soften the flavors. It smooths the flavors. The unaged cocktail tasted a bit sharper, and the vermouth in particular was really coming through in the unaged one, and the barrel aging smoothed that a bit. so it didn't stand out as dramatically. And it, yeah, predictably, for a little wooden barrel, picked up the oaky stuff and almost like a vanilla, which I think was from the wood. Almost a vanilla flavor that the unaged one didn't have. We both agree the barrel-aged Death and Taxes fucking kicks ass. It's really good. Justin, I agree. Sarah Palin losing in Alaska is fucking hilarious. That is really fucking funny. And yes, there is evidence that the Republicans have overreached with their overturning of Roe v. Wade and just with generally being, fucking deranged. That a bunch of people are going, oh no, we should kind of get out there and vote against these people because they're fucking scary dangerous. And it will be hilarious if the midterms go badly for the Republicans. Like, not picking up seats would be a real fuck up for the Republicans, let alone if they actually lose any ground. If they don't pick up ground with all the circumstances of, a midterm with a president who's not super popular and whatnot, they should be killing it. If they don't, that's a really fucking serious failure on their part. So it will be interesting to see what happens. Speaking of which, Biden did a primetime speech. It says Donald Trump's allies are undermining democratic foundations, urged voters to reject extremism. Biden accused MAGA forces of being willing to overturn democratic elections. Well, duh. They have absolutely explicitly stated their intention to overturn election results they don't like. They're not subtle. All right, you know what? I think it's party drink time. I'm going to make a pina colada. I need a straw for it, though. But that should not be a problem. I'm going to get it in my tiki glass. I'm going to put a lot of ice in. All right, so we'll get this. We'll get this. And we'll get one of my tiki goblets. Because I'm a classy motherfucker. Okay. Now we'll just have to decide, I don't know, what recipe to follow. It's Coconut Day. I didn't know that. It's World Coconut Day. Do. No, wait. Okay, I know. Copacabana's stuck in my head because that's what tiki drinks make me think of. I think pina colada translates as strained pineapple. I know this would be fun. Difford's going to have a really fussy white rum, cachaça, pineapple juice, cream of coconut, lime juice. Single. Yeah, I'm not putting cream in. I'm just going to use my cream of coconut. All right. Let's fucking go. Actually, I should be responsible and put some bottles away. So, Dr. Abigail, come home. New episodes of Lower Deck, She-Hulk, Dr. Pimple Popper, Rings of Power. Oof. That is a big lineup. Although Dr. Pimple Popper grosses me out. I know you love medical stuff. Dr. Abigail doesn't really do it for me. Justin, who thought pandering to criminals, electoral poison, not the Republican Party, basically, not conservative media pundits. We'll see. We'll see. Trying to predict things, bit of a mugs game. Anyway, I'm going to put these bottles back. Let's see, that was there. This one was down there. I kind of have two drinks in mind. If I make them, I'm going to be fucking scuttered. I'm going to make a pina colada first. Okay, so I'm going to put those there. Now, I want to make it with the Killick Silver because it's got that funky Hugo happening. And my banana rum liqueur. Very unorthodox. Okay, so we want cream of coconut, which is in here. Lime juice, which is in here. Pineapple juice, which is in here. And we are rocking and a fucking rolling, I think. Okay. Okay, let's check it out. So we're going rum, pineapple juice, cream of coconut, lime juice. Should I put a bit of saline in? Maybe I should put a bit of saline in. Dr. Ray, you've got food. You had 3 glasses of wine. So yes, you need some food to go with the wine. Yeah. So yeah, Dr. Abigail, when I surface sometime tomorrow, I'm going to spend several hours on the lounge not moving, and I'll definitely watch Lower Decks and She-Hulk. I think Mrs. Angry might have some interest in checking out Rings of Power just to see if it's any good. I might save a time for that. Just Palin criticized preferential voting, but she didn't even come first on first preferences. Yeah, she's just a fucking loser. Right, so we got rum. We good? We good? Okay. Right, let's fucking do this. Oh, I don't have my jigger. Oh, and I don't have a straw. Wait, are there straws in here? There used to be straws in here. The straws move? I think the straws moved. I don't think there's straws in here anymore. Alright, so I think the straws are over here. There's a straw. A takeaway. Alright. Okay. Alright, a straw. And my jigger. My jigger. And yes, it's very unsound to use a disposable straw, but we got one, so I'm going to use it. There's less sound to not use it. Okay, so what did he say? About 2.5 shots of... so I'm going to do 1.5 shots of the Killick Silver when 59%. Maybe I'll do 1 shot of this because that's pretty strong. I should have done the cream of coconut first because it's so thick and let all the other stuff wash it out. Looking like particularly congealed jizz. All right. Put that in there. Oh, God, stop. Let's see. My banana rum liqueur. Put a decent whack of that in. And lime juice. How much lime juice? Say 1/2 shot. Lime super juice, which I made. And finally, pineapple juice. 3.5. Lots of pineapple juice. That's good. I'm going to use this up. Lots of pineapple juice. This is going to be a very sweet drink. A little bit more. All right. Everything. Rum, pineapple, cream of coconut, lime. That will do. Oh, it needs ice. It needs ice. Ice, ice, baby. And I'm going to just do a dirty dump into my goblet. Look at it. Decent whack of ice in there. All right. Now, I will, because this is going to be noisy, just in case anyone's wearing headphones, I will turn my microphone off while I do this. Okay, shaking until the shaker is painfully cold to hold. And we just dirty dump that in. Oh my God, how good was my planning? Look at that. Just about perfect. And here I'm just going to wander off into a tropical paradise now. So fucking yum. Oof. Pina colada, not a subtle drink. Very yummy drink. Oh man, that's fucking good. Okay, where are we? Why is my mouse fucking with me? So this is Justin. You've been leaving YouTube playing MSNBC while working. Here's the thing. The idea with Trump and stupid is very subjective. What has been a little surprising to me over the last goodly few years is the level of self-delusion Trump has. Like, I'd always picked Trump as a liar, a grifter, a con man, and I thought he was only fooling other people. There's like increasing evidence he appears to be fooling himself as well, like buying into his own bullshit, which is super, super dangerous. Oof, Kirsten, husband making another martini. So very nice. I haven't had a freezer martini in a while, so I'm kind of tempted to do that. This I'm going to have to sit on because I'm trying to think. It's like 1.5. Probably at least 4 standard drinks. At least. So I'm going to sit on this for a thing. Kirsten wiggling eyebrows. 1 martini, 2 at most, 3 I'm under the table, 4 I'm under the host. I've heard that. Who's that credited to? Is that like Mae West or Dorothy Parker? Someone like that? It was okay, Mae West. There you go. I got it. Yeah. Justin, you think Trump's stupidity saved America? Very fucking rather than saved, I would say temporary reprieve, because he unleashed forces that are very shamelessly undermining democracy. They're very openly and blatantly undermining democracy. Sorry, I'm going to put my cherry in here so it absorbs a bit of flavor. You can't even see it because it's opaque, but I did put my cherry in there because I want it to absorb more flavor. More. Fucking yum. Ugh. Like, I mock pina colada as much as anyone does is like a cheesy drink and whatnot. And you can't drink many of them. They're too sort of sickly sweet. But every now and then, yum. Also, I want to look up. These are things I should know, but don't. The difference between a pina colada and a painkiller. So painkiller, navy rum, orange juice. That's what's different in a painkiller. So instead of pineapple and lime and cream of coconut, it's pineapple and orange cream of coconut. And slightly less rum, or actually a lot less rum, although they say use navy. But I used navy in here. Their version of navy strength is 54.5%. My Killick Silver, 59%. Hot damn. And this I made from 75% alcohol, but it's diluted because I turned it into a liqueur, but it's probably still over 40% alcohol. Which is why I'm saying I need to be careful with this because it just tastes sweet and creamy, but it's at least 4 or 5 standard drinks. So, goddamn. Oh, yep, absolutely, Dr. Abigail. Next time you're over, pina coladas. I guess I could have more than one. This is so drinkable. I could like fucking scull that and just knock it back and pay the price later. So it's actually a real conscious effort of willpower to just take little sips. So I'm glad I got a straw. Take little sips because it's super fucking tasty. Man, it's really fucking good. I guess I just like variety in drinks. So I mean, I've got a bunch. Like, yeah, keep drinking painkillers. I've got the barrel aged Death and Taxes in there that I can happily just drink. My freezer martini, make old fashions or whatever. But it's just like, while I literally could with a good drink, it's like, yeah, just give me another one of those. It's like, I just like to mix it up and have some contrast. And I guess we are having contrast so far. I had my clarified cocktail to start with, then a bunch of whiskey tasting, and now a pina colada. Big fucking divergence between tasting high-end single malt whiskeys and then having a pina colada. I'm getting white girl wasted. Doing the whiskey tasting is like being hipster wasted, or old man wasted, I guess. So to mix it up, I don't want to be just old man wasted. Also getting white girl wasted as well. But I guess if I'm was thinking of having the freezer martini after that, it's probably getting back into hipster wasted or old man wasted. Or I could do my whiskey zombie idea, and that will fucking put me under the table if I do that. So like on the Difford site, what's a Difford's zombie recipe? Okay, so he goes 1 shot of overproof, 1 shot of a light, 1.5 shots of lighter rum, 2/3 shot of overproofed aged rum, then falernum, dash of absinthe, pineapple juice, lime juice. So I'm going to do fucking amalgam of that. So I think, so that means I need to do the blunderbuss. For the mellow one, maybe even like twofold. That's the most mellow whiskey I have. And they're saying like another high proof one. Oh god, just to really mix things up because it's a really weird flavor as well. The American, the Texas single malt from Balcones. Yeah, actually, I think that'll be the combo. Blunderbuss, twofold, Balcones, and then a bit of Falernum, dash of absinthe, pineapple juice, lime juice, and Don's mix. I'm not going to do Don's mix because that's grapefruit, and I don't like grapefruit. But I've got a lemon oleo saccharum in there. I use that, and Don's mix has cinnamon. A cinnamon liqueur I have. I'll put a dash of cinnamon liqueur in, and then homemade grenadine. I'm actually really liking the idea of this whiskey zombie because it's fucking decadent and a crime against God and nature. But you got to push the boundaries. That's what I say. And what do we serve a zombie in? A Collins glass. I'm not going to put it in a Collins glass. Might put it in my double rocks glass. In fact, I probably will. I probably will do that. That would be fun. We're doing I should write it down. What's the old Mythbusters line? The difference between screwing around and science is writing it down. So if I take notes about my diabolical whiskey zombie experiment, then I'm contributing to science, human understanding. I'm pushing the envelope. I'm advancing humanity. Again, I don't want to call myself a hero, but, if someone else was to put the label on me, then so be it. Hey, Safa, how are you doing this evening? Ooh. Sorry, Halloween cocktails. We're not that far off Halloween. Corpse Reviver, Devil's Soul. That's a fucking great name for a drink. Succulent Blood, also a good name for a drink. Bitches Brew, another good name for a drink. A Black Daiquiri. A Blackery. People should not let me out. Bloody Blood and Sand, Blood Sage, Bloody Negroni, Death in the Afternoon, various Corpse Reviver recipes. The Devil's Margarita. Well, margarita with a red wine float. Ooh, wonder if I could do that. I hate it when I'm going to do a float and it doesn't work. Got to carefully float the wine. Ooh, I could use the little thing that Dr. Abigail 3D printed for me. Oh, neat. Safi, got yourself a dedicated Blu-ray player. Got a Predator 4K, 4 movies. Neat. Actually, that makes me think the newest one that's on Prime, Prey, is actually quite good. Did I get really drunk on Young Mr. Angry's party night? I've been more drunk on other streams, I think. Safa, I don't think Predator was 18. I don't think I'm actually I'm super confident Predator was not R rated. So what's up with that? I think is you are misremembering. Oh, holy shit! You got the full movie set for $22. That's a great deal. That is a great deal. The movie, the Prime movie, Prey, is hilarious again because fucking knob-ends on the internet losing their shit and just going, oh, it's terrible. It's like they haven't even seen the movie. It's basically like, I haven't seen the movie, but it's got a girl in it, so I don't like it. It's just like, shut the fuck up, you incel fucks. It's just ridiculous. And yeah, I don't want to say anything negative, but no, Safa, Predator 2 was not R rated. Here's the thing, a movie that gets that sort of restrictive rating has a very limited audience, so can't make a lot of money. Predator and Predator 2 were both big mainstream studio movies that they needed to make money from. If those movies scored an R rating, they would have edited it to get an M rating. Well, technically, Safa, if Video Easy were doing their job, if you were under 15, they couldn't rent and they wouldn't rent an M-rated movie to you without parental permission. And when we had that great rating MA15, they definitely could not rent it to you. Your parent would have had to come in and get it. But yeah, you were 13. So yeah, Video Easy policy would be to not let you have an M, definitely not an MA movie. Who knew? I've finished my pina colada almost, which means I'm gonna have to. I don't even. Okay, where do I feel on the spectrum? Half Tim Smithed. I'm just a little bit lightheaded, not slurring words, not even forgetting things yet. But you know, if you feel like you're on this thing, and there's a precipice, and you're just like off the edge, and there you go. Yeah. So Safa, in yon olden days of video stores, the policy would have been if you were under 15, they'd want a parent to get an M thing, and they were actually legally restricted from MA15 plus. Literally means they cannot rent it to anyone under 15. Dr. Abigail, fun fact, original Transformers, animated one from the 80s, was going to be rated PG, but they knew they'd be the death of the movie. Yeah. So they had some characters swearing in it, bumping up the rating to MA15 plus. Neat. Safa, the difference between M and MA15. M was a recommendation. M recommended that it's not for people under 15. MA15 plus was a later edition. That was between M and R. That was an actual legal restriction. People under 15 couldn't go to the cinema and watch an MA15 movie, and they couldn't rent an MA15 movie. An M movie was just a recommendation. So if you were under 15, you could go to a cinema and watch an M movie, but you could not watch an MA15. So G, PG, and M are just recommendations, but MA15 and R are legal restrictions. So there's difference. Dr. Ariel, first time you heard them swear in a Transformers cartoon. I'm pretty sure I never saw that. And yes, Safa, I was also glad the realization that actual adults play video games. So you should release some with an R18 plus. And of course, more recently, in particular, the first Deadpool movie made it a vogue thing to actually have a fairly big budget R-rated movie, because if you appealed to a particular audience, you could still make money. Cheesy as they were, I really quite liked the Deadpool movies. They're very silly, but then again, so am I. I'm very silly. All right. Put that there. Got my ice in my goblet. Yep, there's no more drink there. That's okay. Safa, I agree. US ratings are weird compared to Australia ratings. Here's the thing. In Australia, I think Australia's classification system is flawed, and some stuff gets refused classification in Australia, which I don't really agree with. Whereas in the US, technically, nothing gets refused classification. I mean, yeah, child porn you can't do. But the Australian classification system is more honest than the US one. The US classification system is in many ways more conservative than the Australian classification system. So, yeah, while the Australian one is flawed, and I don't really agree with the refused classification thing, it is broadly far more honest than the American one. The American one is controlled by a small number of people, and it's dodgy AF. Safa, I literally never hired a Blu-ray from a video store. DVD. Last time I hired a DVD, actually, it's probably very early in dating Mrs. Angry. It was so I can actually map this. It was probably 16 or 17 years ago. Safa, NC-17 in the US is the equivalent of our R rating. And the American X rating is the equivalent. Actually, I think the American X rating is the equivalent of our R. I don't know. I agree with you. The American rating system is stupid. Ugh. You know what? I think I need a toilet break, which then leads me to think, maybe I should play you my most recent cocktail video. Because it's only 5 minutes. That'll give me time to go to the loo. So, yeah. What are we? 1.5 hours in. Maybe I've been drinking too much. I need to have a wee break. Safa, Australia does not. Okay, here's the thing. I think porn is still legal in the ACT and Northern Territory, and so they have an X rating. But I believe, and someone might be able to correct me, I believe porn is still, strictly speaking, illegal in all the states, but it's just not enforced. Hasn't been enforced really since the 90s. So there is not an official X rating Australia-wide. So, again, there's some weird hypocrisy there. Okay, so we're gonna And this cocktail that I'm putting in here was genuinely good. Like Mrs. Angry wanted 2 of them last night. I'm going to share system audio. Share a tab. This one. All right, what's that look like? That looks like that. And we do this. It looks like that. I don't need to be there. So we'll play this while I have a wee break.
G'day cocktail lovers and welcome to the Cocktail Dome. I'm your host Chuck Carrot. With me as always, my co-host Archbishop. And we bring you the most exciting sport of all. The sport of kings, queens and in-betweens. Making cocktails. So we're declaring cocktail making is officially a sport? That as well, Chuck. Some seriously stupid things get called a sport. Ooh, look at me. I'm walking. Someone give me an Olympic medal. I didn't realise you felt so strongly about it, I'll let other people have their thing, but nobody's going to stop me from calling cocktail makers a sport. Well, then let's see what sporting competition Mr. Angry has for us today. Thanks, Chuck. Now, to be fair to Arch, I am taking on a classic cocktail today. Ooh, a bare knuckle cocktail competition, maybe? There can be only one victor. Honestly, it's more like a social match. I'm using the classic gimlet recipe as the starting point for what I'll be doing today. In essence, this is a simple 2-component cocktail, but I've made a special syrup to go with it. That requires some preparation time. So while the cocktail itself, easy to make, you've got to do some work up front. Now, traditionally, gimlet was made with Rose's lime syrup. People don't use that so much these days. It's kind of sickly sweet. If you order a gimlet in a bar today, it's more likely to have a mixture of sugar syrup and fresh lime juice, but I've gone my own way and made my own syrup to go with this. I actually have a clarified lemon cordial to go with this. You're still getting those citrus flavors in, and it's sweet, but it isn't as heavy as a Rose's lime syrup. Now, this is a whole process we go through like with most clarified cocktails, and I'm using lemon in this case, but this technique would work with any citrus. First thing we do is peel the citrus, then weigh your peel, and you want to cover that in twice its weight in sugar. Now comes the waiting game, because the sugar is going to extract the oils from the peel. This will take a day or 2, but will turn into a syrup. A little bit of magic happening there. This is called an oleosaccharum, and you can use it as is as a general sweetener for cocktails, but I'm taking it a little further. Once you've got the syrup, we want to add the juice from your original citrus. Now stir that to make sure all the sugar is dissolved in there. Then we're going to add that combined mixture. After straining out the peel, we're going to add that to some milk, and we want the ratio of 4 parts syrup to 1 part milk. Give that a gentle stir to make sure it's mixed in, and then let it sit. Now this time, probably half an hour to an hour is what you'll need until you see some separation. Then we pour that through a paper coffee filter or a cheesecloth, and it's going to clarify, and you'll get a nice clear syrup at the other end. Now, like clarified cocktails, the first amount that goes through is probably going to be a bit cloudy because the liquid will start running through the filter before the curds have completely settled. So you need to let it run through for a while, and then when you see it's coming through clear, tip that original amount back through the filter. Alternatively, you can filter the entire mixture more than once, but because this is thicker than a cocktail, it's a syrup, it's going to take a while, probably several hours, depending how large the batch you made is. Once you have the clarified cordial, making the cocktails really simple. You get your gin of choice, and it's a shaken cocktail, so we're going to add 2 to 2.5 ounces of gin to the shaker, depending how strong you want it, and 1 ounce of our clarified lemon cordial. That's all the ingredients. We add ice to our shaker, put it together, bang it in hard, give that a good solid shake for about 15 seconds. We strain that into a chilled glass. I'm using a Nick Nora, and here we have our lemon gimlet. Oh, you put in a lot of groundwork for this, but it's paid off. Yeah, you get the citrus notes and the sweetness, but it doesn't throw the drink out of balance. Plus, you can use the technique with any citrus. I really like making it with blood orange. And while I humbly call this the greatest ever sour mix, it's not limited to cocktails. You can add some soda water for a non-alcoholic drink or pour it over desserts. I've done it with ice cream, pancakes, waffles. All fantastic. Well, if you're going to put the effort in, it's good that you can get a lot of uses out of it. Yeah, and just on the cocktail front, this would go great in any drink that calls for both lemon juice and sugar. Just goes to show, Arch, we should never stop experimenting because life's too short to waste time on boring cocktails. Cheers.
Why is that the dorkiest thing you've ever seen, Abigail? I'm not really arguing with you. I'm just wondering what in particular makes it. And I've gone next drink is a martini because I'm just going for really contrasting drinks. Let's cut. I must. Yum. I must have added saline. Oh yeah. No, Jesus, the voices, very, very base level characterization in the voices. Again, those who may have seen, I did do a pre-recorded video on this channel this week with the mask and everything, and I do plan to do more. And what was funny is, like, when I first started YouTube, however the fuck many years ago that was, 16, 17 years ago, and I started with the one mask, the angry mask, and then it was Halloween. I saw other masks and I thought, those are interesting looking masks, and I got them, and I just invented characters to go with the masks. Over the years, I probably had a dozen or more different masks at different times. And young Mr. Angry and his friends like costume parties. And so we are every now and then going to a costume shop. There's like a costume shop over in Brighton we go to. And they have masks. And in fact, they have two masks that speak to me. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up buying these masks, and they're going to be new characters that I do. And Saf, no, it wasn't weird at all. You started watching me during Abbott era, 2015. Yeah, I was still being angry and political then. No, it was actually really easy to do the video again. So I will almost definitely record another video this weekend. I just have to decide what it's going to be. And I'm also trying to get myself into the headspace. There is no limit on what I can do. I can do commentary stuff. I can do character stuff. I can do short films. I can just play with things. But yeah, there are these two masks in this shop. I think one is based on, have you seen The Purge? The mask the horrible rich person wears when they're killing people. I think it's either exactly that or based on that. And so it's got this really big chin. And if you'll remember the way I did masks, I cut the chin out of masks so you can see my mouth. But with one in particular, a robot, the blogging bot from the future, I kept the chin bit and I would stick the silver chin bit on as well. This one, how I'm seeing this mask work is I'm thinking chopping the chin bit of it out, but rather than throwing that away, actually sticking that to my chin so it moves when I talk. And I'm thinking this is going to be a character called Chad Capital, and he's going to be a CEO of a corporation that preaches sort of woke ethics, but he's just, fucked capitalists. And The other one was this latex one. So it was a top half. And so it's like a bald latex thing. It had ears and a nose. And it's just like this freaky old man thing. And I just loved the way it looked. And my thinking for that one was that one would just talk boomer shit. Like I would just find the weirdest boomer shit on the internet and have this character say it. But those two. Oh, funny you should say, Safa, I should wear a gladiator mask. I did see, it was like a Halloweeny horror mask, which was kind of like the gladiator mask. And I saw it, and I thought it had potential as well, but not as directly. And I love when you're taking when I said masks speak to me. Like, no, it's definitely weird. And if this is a product of the theatre degree I did, we did a lot of mask stuff, learning the historical stuff. There's an historical style of mask performance from medieval Italy. It's called Commedia dell'arte, and a lot of other stuff, including just general clowning and whatnot, evolved from this over the centuries. But the grounding I have in how to use masks and how to communicate with masks did translate. Like, when I see masks, I see a character behind them. And sometimes it's obvious and literal, and you might do it like that. But sorry, ninja masks. Sorry, Safa. I read that wrong, and I thought it was a different N word that you'd written there about masks. I thought, excuse me, young man? Excuse me? What are we saying there? But you're legit. I see. I must have put saline in this last time. This is not bad, but it's. I think normally I have 2 drinks before I top it up, but I might top it up now. And it's just a question of which gin to use. Decisions. Yeah, I'm actually going to do that. Oh, I'll need to get a funnel so I don't make a mess. So, get our little freezer martini bottle. Safa, I'm not fully Tim Smithed. I'm still probably, Jesus, dude, I'm fucking pacing myself. I'm still probably only half Tim Smith, which again, as a responsible adult, means I would not get in a car at the moment because I am definitely over the legal limit. And because I'm not a steaming pile of shit like Tim Smith, I would not get in a car now. But I also kind of feel confident if I got in a car, I wouldn't crash into someone's fucking fence. There would be another type of accident because my reaction time would definitely be compromised. So there would be a high risk that I would have an accident with another vehicle, but I'm not that fucking scuttered that I'm just going to crash into someone's fucking fence like Tim Smith. I need to have a couple. Actually, for instance, like if I necked this, that would be a super bad idea. We're working our way up to being Tim Smith. I'm going to gently imbibe that martini. And then I'm very much leaning towards making my whiskey zombie. And that'll push me over the fucking edge. If I make that, if this martini doesn't push me over the edge, because it's pretty strong, if that doesn't push me over the edge, and I make a whiskey zombie, that'll push me over the fucking edge. Anyway, so I'm going to top up my freezer martini. I have decided what No, actually. Ooh, last minute fucking change of mind. This man's out of control. No one can stop him. Actually, I need to rinse my jigger a bit because it's still got a bit of coconut in it. Because that shit's sticky. That's pretty wild. That's pretty strange. Have you ever seen a jellyfish? That shit's crazy. Okay, so. Okay, this is Steve the Bartender's threefold Mediterranean gin. I've almost used it all up. And so we go. Oh, good God, I didn't get the fucking funnel. I'm not quite pissed enough to think I can do it. I'm still not making bad decisions. All right. Little funnel, little funnel. Let's all go with the little funnel. How much is that adding? All right. So, fuck it. I appear to have poured myself a quite generous martini because I didn't measure it, but I measured what I put in there and it didn't make that big a difference. So I did make myself a quite generous martini. So I have my Navy strength, Tiny Bear Sailor, Navy strength gin. Oofed. Okay, so gonna put a little bit of the Navy strength in. Okay, so now we're going to put a bit of vermouth and a bit of water, I think. Is the vermouth, the dry vermouth. Let's put a little bit of that in. Yep, that's okay. That's okay. We're doing good. We're doing fine. Put that in there. And now we will put a little bit of water in to simulate stirring on ice. Oh, perfect. Fucking perfect. Okay. All right. Freeze martini Dunzo. Mix that and back in the freezer we go. I feel like every time I get that out, I express some regret that I did not accurately track when I first created it, because like it's an infinity freezer martini. And it would just be fun to know how long I've had it there, and it's just been growing. So it's a, I don't know, witch's brew of, I don't know, probably at least 15 gins at this point, at least 4 vermouths. Hubble, boil and bubble? No. Hubble, I'm trying to remember what the Macbeth witches said. Hubble, bubble, toil and trouble, fire, burn, and cauldron bubble. That's my witch's brew in there. So that's it. I was looking at Halloween drinks. A pink witch, an obituary, a dry martini with a dash of the green fairy. So I assume that's a dash of absinthe. So dry gin, vermouth. Yeah, okay. It's literally just a splash of absinthe and a dry martini, which I'm fucking here for. Yeah, maybe I should put a bit of absinthe in my freezer martini. Not now because it's full. The devil in me. Plum, sake, chili spice, maraschino. I don't have any sake, so fuck that. Fuck that. Thanks, Heine. Hubble, Bubble, Toil and Trouble. Fireburn and Cauldron Bubble. I actually memorized, I had to do a performance piece, and I memorized the famous Macbeth speech when he's going to kill the king. I don't remember it all now. I remember bits of it. This is weird because this is like 30, 40 fucking years ago. Holy shit, I'm old. It's like, is this a dagger I see before me, the handle towards my hand? Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not fateful dagger? And again, then I don't remember the next bit exactly, but it's Macbeth when he's thinking, I'm going to go kill the king, and then he hallucinates a floating dagger, which he thinks he's saying, yeah, do it, fucking kill the king. And he tries to hold it, and he can't because it's not real. It's like a vision, and then he's just like, you know what? Fuck it. You're just like some fucking ghost dagger, and you mean nothing to me. I've got a real one here. I'm gonna go fuck up the king. Heine, you think you learned it in year 3? That is a huge amount of time ago. The Witches had some good stuff. When shall we three meet again by thunder, lightning, wind, and rain? All hail Macbeth, Thane of Cawdor. Again, I fucking love Terry Pratchett's Discworld books, and his one where he's doing a spoof of the Shakespearean witches. It's called Weird Sisters, and I think it's the first line the witches say in Macbeth. When shall we three meet again by thunder, lightning, wind, and rain? And he has that line, the three sisters there, like, when shall we three meet again? And one of them goes, I can do next Thursday. Fucking love Terry Pratchett. Man, that is a fucking spicy martini at the moment. Okay. It's not bad. It's not fantastic. But that's the odyssey of having the infinity martini as well. Each time you top it up, you're not quite sure what it's going to be after you top it up. And this one, not terrible, not great. I think the way I just topped it up then will improve it. We shall see. Yes. See you next Thursday. Not paprika speaking, although apropos of that, Safa, I fucking love smoked paprika. Like, you get, like powdered spices from the supermarket. You can get powdered smoked paprika. I fucking love it, man. I put it on everything. Like, I'm like making a pasta bake, and I'll just sprinkle smoked paprika on the top. Pizza, making a pizza. Oh shit! I just fucking, oh my god. I haven't done that for a while. I'm really glad I didn't break my glass, but I lost the entirety of my fucking martini. That's depressing. All right, let's mop that up. I've got a coaster. Ugh. It's the thing where in a pub someone goes taxi and thinks they're funny. Oh my god. That is annoying and fucking... God damn it. Okay, I need to get something else, because that was a reasonable volume that I just fucking tipped out. Not happy, Jan. Yeah, Dr. Abigail, my drinking problem was I knocked my drink over. That's a problem. That's a problem. I'm just going to get a cloth to clean up what I just fucking did. God damn it. Where's a cloth? Here's a cloth. Damn it to hell. You did it. Oh, Jesus. That's my fucking power thing. Let's not electrocute me, okay? Can we avoid electrocuting me at the moment? That would be optimal if I was not electrocuted. Ugh, gotta move some stuff. All right, now that has to get fucking rinsed because my coaster is now fucking encased, absorbed with martini. All right, let's rinse this out. It's the problem of talking with my hands as I do. All right. Ugh. Yeah, I am really relieved I didn't break my martini glass because they're a little bit expensive. Yes, Dr. I'll have a crazy anti-electrocution agenda. Megaleech, I get where you're coming from, and honestly, you were a bit slow. Honestly, if that comment had come sooner, I seriously probably would have done that. I probably would have gone, yeah, you're fucking right, man. We should slurp it up. But I wiped it up. Okay, that's that. Again, I've got a few bottles. Man, I'm just so expressive. I just throw my arms around. Okay, put these back. This one lives here. This one lives down here. All right. Ugh. Okay. Ah, you're playing Grounded. That's okay. Multitask, my friend. Multitask. I was just going to have a little taste of this because I haven't tasted it myself for a while. I have had this before. Tiny Bear's Sailor. Navy Strength Gin, 58%. Just going to have a little taste of it by itself. It's just, man, that's just all fucking juniper. Ooh. A little bit of the old acetone nail polish remover. No, it's juniper is. Once you get into gin, you start to really like the smell of juniper. Spicy. Whoa, wowzers! That is not a sipping gin. That is for kicking your fucking cocktails up a notch. That is not a sipping gin. The flavor's not bad at all. It's just so fucking high octane. So Megaleech, if anyone likes survival games, recommending Grounded. Cool. I don't actually game enough to really get into games. Like I said, I just had a disastrous attempt to play Red Dead Redemption at the start of the stream where I got fucking killed twice. So fucking annoying. Oh, Kirsten, you actually drink this as a sipping gin? But again, you're hardcore and I'm a wuss. Actually, on ice, I think if I had this on ice, I would be fine. I don't know if you have it on ice or not, but I think I could put that in a glass in a big chunk of ice, and then I think I would be fine. Yeah, no, you've got my number. I'm not trying hard enough. Oofed. But in a martini, by all means, yes. Right. Just I had not tasted that one straight in ages. Ugh. Okay. Now I can actually feel what's the time? It's 10 o'clock. If I make this whiskey zombie, that will probably wipe me out. Which is not an argument against making it. It's just an observation. Oofed. So, rum falernum. So I'm going to go out there and get my falernum and cinnamon liqueurs. You know what? Fuck it. I am going to do it. But I think I'm just going to make it in the glass. I'm just going to make it in the glass. All right. So, a little bit of pineapple juice left in there. Ah, no. There's pineapple juice in this drink. Might even put extra pineapple juice in. Is there lime? There's lime juice in this as well. Jesus. It's all these things. Okay. So I need to go into the next room and get my falernum and cinnamon liqueur. Okay. Okay. Kids, shit's about to get real. Give me a second. I'll just go in the next room and get this. Oh, we don't see two cats out. Assuming.
We had a very nice time.
Having a bit of a strut around.
So I was filming for about, she was out here for about 15 minutes after you went back in.
Yeah, cool.
She got all the way to like that rug.
Yeah.
And came in and
It could be going on.
Yeah. For a little while at least. This might be the end of me, what I'm planning on making now.
What are you planning on?
A whiskey zombie.
Oh, yeah, I heard you mention something about this one.
Yeah, which is normally rum, but I thought, why don't I do the same thing but with whiskey? Because that would be weird. And it's either a genius idea or a terrible idea. There's only one way to find out.
Well, I'm coming to bed soon, so are you going to grab your thing or are you going to just come in?
It's there.
Ah,
I always, if I was a betting man, I'd say I'll probably be finishing before midnight, so I might join the bed. But yeah, so I'll very casually sort of sneak in and fall over and drop things and bash about, and
that's what he's like.
you'll just lie there and get caught.
Yeah, that's what usually happens.
I think it's before midnight, so I'll go in there and start just going in.
I'll just
Drop
be really
things.
quiet, and then he's just like a bird elephant.
Yeah, it's pretty awful, but we'll see. We'll see. Two hip yeah, rest. I want to tell everyone. I want to tell people. I want to make a video, something or something. Oh yes, typical. Brian's got another rescue elephant. Rescue elephants. That's a thing. And hippopotamus. All right. Oh, I need some sort of. Oh Jesus Christ! There's still a bit of moisture here. All right. So give me a sec. Just using a paper towel as a coaster now. Oh God, I thought, what was that noise? Mrs. Angry played something on the TV. It freaked me out. Right, so we want Bakery Hill, Twofold, and Balcones. This is how I'm making my whiskey zombie. Building in the glass. Speaking of trying hard enough. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So this recipe says 1 shot of overproof. So I'm going to do 1 shot of Bakery Hill. I'm just imagining the people at Bakery Hill going, "You're doing what? With our extremely limited edition." So this is like There are only 264 bottles of this in existence, and I have one of them, and I'm just fucking around with it. It's my whiskey. I'll do what I want. So 1.5 shots of a Milo whiskey. So I'm going to do 1.5 shots of twofold. All right, and then 2/3 of a shot of another high proof. So I'm going to do 2/3 of a shot of Balcones. All together now, alone in the precipice. All right, now my version of Don's mix is going to be my Lisa. Hello. I'm about to do something very ill-advised. I'm making a dangerously high alcohol cocktail. Live streaming without a net. All right, my lemon. Oleo saccharum. Do 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 do. How much of this do we say? About 1/3 of a shot. Okay. Ooh, that was I love squeaky corks. That was a great squeaky cork. All right. I'm going to do that. And I am going to do a bit of the old homemade, just a little bit of the old homemade grenadine as well. Ooh, that's really, I made this really thick. I maybe shouldn't keep this one in the fridge. There's so much sugar in it. I'm thinking about it. Thanks, Lisa. You expect me to do nothing less than be very dangerous. Okay, so little bit of cinnamon liqueur. Just that bit. Falernum. I don't think I'm done. No, wait, I meant to do pineapple and lime juice. Oh, and I meant to put a bit of absinthe in as well. Okay. How much? Half a shot of falernum. Okay. This is a dangerous fucking drink. Okay. Medical authorities warn against doing this sort of shit, basically. All right, so 1 shot of pineapple juice. Might even put extra pineapple juice. How much pineapple juice is in here? Not that much. A bit. Okay. Pineapple juice, lime juice, lime super juice. That's enough. Lime juice. That's everything. Dash of absinthe. Where's my deadly absinthe? I have a deadly absinthe and a slightly more friendly absinthe. I'm going to do the deadly one. There's only a little bit left. This is 80% alcohol by volume. Possibly the most high octane alcohol I have. Just a dash. Just a dash of the absinthe. And just going to stir that in the glass. This is a weird concoction. It's pretty expensive, actually. If a bar made you this with these ingredients, they would charge you at least $35 for this drink. I agree, Dr. Abigail. Medical authorities. bunch of killjoys. They're a bunch of killjoys. So yeah, this has a lot of alcohol in it and some reasonably expensive alcohol in it. Safe bet that if a bar made this for you, they would charge at least like $35. Anyway, I sincerely hope this is a good drink and I did not waste my expensive ingredients. Let's see. Oh, that's really fucking good. That's yummy. Oh man, that is really nice. And again, there's a bunch of shit going on taste-wise. God, fuck, that is really good. I honestly kind of thought it would be good. I, as a general rule, don't completely waste my ingredients, particularly not my expensive ingredients. But I looked at it and went, yeah, I can do that. Make that theoretically would be a decent drink. That's really good. Okay, so that's the second cocktail I've liked the Bakery Hill blunderbuss in. Because yum. It's definitely not a bad. It's a good whiskey, but it's not my favorite. And I think I found it works really well in a Vieux Carré. It works in this. Okay, so I put some extra pineapple juice in this just because. I probably shouldn't have. It probably would have been better if I didn't. Because the pineapple juice is now dominating a little bit. But that's okay. It is actually a nice drink. And I think I will definitely make this for my cocktail channel. Because I'm a madman and no one can stop me. Oh Jesus, this is going to take. I'm just going to be doing little sips. There is a distinct possibility this drink is going to put me under the table. Oh God, I just thought. All right, I want to play my Simpsons Tapped Out. Okay, so this is a mobile game that I've been playing for, I don't know, 10 years, building up a virtual Springfield on my phone. I want to play it and give you all the little sound effects of the individual characters. It's like, what do we hear? That was Principal Dondelinger. That was Homer's principal when he was at school that you saw in a flashback. I'm hoping this music doesn't get content matched. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I am slightly worried that music will get content matched, which is possibly me being overly cautious. I might, because that music actually only plays for a minute or two and then stops. But what I wanted to do is just do this tap it and hear all the little Simpsons sound bites, because there's like 300-400 characters in this at the moment, and about 3/4 of them have sound bites. Yeah, so Safra, I probably wouldn't get a copyright strike, but I might get a thing of this where, you know, the copyright holder is going, going to monetize their video, and it's like, well, fine, dude. It's not a thing that actually some people do watch it back. Various people have told me they watch it back. You know, mostly it's a thing for people to interact with live. So I'm just going to go. No, the music's still playing. I'm just going to leave it for a minute. This is the thing I've been meaning to do for a while. Run the Simpsons Tapped Out on a stream just to play all the little Simpsons audio bites. I don't think that'll get a content match on YouTube. Who fucking knows? Maybe this is a very stupid idea. Safa, the room doesn't take a huge amount of space on my phone. But you know, it's like you've got all these buildings and stuff. And like I said, I've been playing it for maybe 10 years. And there are a fuck ton of buildings here now from various Simpsons episodes. Like I say, it's like 300 or 400 individual little characters in there. So it's a whole thing. But every now and then, when there's too many characters, okay, the music stopped. All right, the music stopped. So we'll I just want to play the sound bites.
I've got a hot date tonight.
Okay, that was Danger Dog. That was like an internal spoof of themselves.
They begged me to join their team. Begged me.
Okay, that was an Apu sound bite. Okay, that's the thing. All right, so that's
how we do things in Springfield.
That's Lou, the black cop. Oh yes, Raid Shadow Legends. Holy fucking shit! Aren't those ads for Raid Shadow Legends on various mobile games hilarious / cringy?
Thank you. Come again.
That was our poo again. There's a whole bunch of them. That was Gelatinous Homer, Dr. Colossus. Oh god, so that was Rod and Todd, and that was also Canadian Flanders in there. And that's like teenage Mooch Bart from when Lisa's US president. That sometimes you get a whole bunch of them go off at once. So there was the recycling guy and Reverend Lovejoy together. Sometimes there's little ones. Oof. Oh, that was a weird noise. Somewhere in the kitchen. All right.
What the?
Principal Skinner.
We are horrible people.
There's the Robot Rumble announcers and a bunch of other people. Oh, yes, a word about NordVPN. That's another thing. Hello, Mimsy. Mrs. Angry's going to bed and she's let Mimsy in here, so Mimsy might come in and say hello. It's Cletus. Again, if you know the old Simpsons lore, does everyone know Cletus first appeared? I think it was when Bart had an elephant, Stampy, and they were charging people to see the elephant, and Lisa objected, saying, you know, we don't want to exploit this animal for slack-jawed yokels. And that was the first. And then Cletus came up and went, oh, more! Look at the pointy-headed girl. So the slack-jawed yokel was not interested in the elephant. He was interested in the weird pointy-headed girl. And then there was one of those episodes where they have lots of little vignettes in it. And they had one with Cletus, and he had his own little song. Some folks will never eat a skunk, but then again, some folk will, like Cletus, the slack-jawed yokel. So yeah, Cletus had a very weird origin story. Homer is Paul Bunyan there. Groundskeeper Willie.
That's a job well done.
Gotta love Groundskeeper Willie.
Lord Quimby, a lad.
Mayor Quimby.
Had some fine job doing.
Nice, Mayor Quimby.
I'm sorry. Your application to talk to me has been denied.
Marge's sister Patty.
I went to Hollywood Upstairs Medical College.
Dr. Nick.
Bye, everybody. Will you be safe?
Vote Quimby.
Is this about Lenny? If I spend enough time at Moe's, I'm pretty sure good things will happen.
That was Carl.
Get in my way and I'll whack you into Labanza.
That's one of the mafia guys.
Connected. You trying to get wet?
Legs.
This is good. I like this.
Am I funny to you?
Other mafia
I
guy.
did it, and no one got pinched. You got a beef with me?
That's Louis.
I'll whack this thing.
Don't make me get a restraining order.
The Sea Captain, which was again an obscure bit character that ended up recurring.
That's how we do it, landlubber style.
And Disco Stew.
Disco Stew is in danger of becoming a one-note guy. This thing is as over as vinyl.
Again, for people who don't remember the origin of Disco Stew, Homer's selling stuff at a garage sale, and it was a denim jacket that he bedazzled, and it was supposed to say Disco Stud, but he ran out of space, so it just says Disco Stew, and he's trying to sell it, and these two guys come to the garage sale, and one of them goes, "Stew, this would be perfect for you." And there's this guy in 70s disco gear going, "Disco Stew doesn't advertise." And then he became a recurring character. Right. Ooh, that's that. Okay. The hippie, Mr. Burns, Reverend Lovejoy. Oh, wait, what's going on here? Shit. It's a nerd.
Don't people have smoking?
Mayor Quimby again.
I think you accidentally grabbed my wallet there, pal. We get paid now, right? Right? I think you accidentally grabbed my wallet there, pal.
Milhouse's dad, Kirk.
You disappoint me more than I do Millhouse.
That's obviously a horse. That's Furious D.
All right.
Noises. That was a cut. Yes, Dr. O'Gall's love sauce. Sorry, Mimsy's just here with me. Do this. Oh god, that was a couple characters from their spoof of Harry Potter, which did have some funny stuff in it. Crazy Cat Lady. The cats.
Yay!
Mayor Quimby again. Playing. Sorry, I'm just mildly amused by playing this. Not all of the characters there have noises attached to them. So you can hear that I'm doing stuff.
Happy to give anyone my autograph.
Oh, that's the actual Matt Groening character.
Don't forget to pull my beard. They say it's good luck. I'm happy to give anyone my autograph. What about an original sketch or a snippet of my hair?
It's a mutant rabbit which was actually related to early stuff Matt Groenington.
Spending time with my family again.
That's Marge's mum.
I was just happy to talk to someone on the phone. And here's a picture of me getting arrested for indecent exposure. The most embarrassing day of my life.
Marge's mum.
Looks like a job for @radioactiveman_01.
Radioactive Man.
All seems quiet.
I shouldn't have done that anyway. Okay, that one doesn't have a voice. Neither does that one.
Roscoe.
That's Roscoe from the Gay Steel Mill.
And that's that. Another story in the classic infallible 3-act structure.
That's
We
Mo.
work hard. We play hard.
Roscoe again.
Now, in conclusion, my administration will focus on the 3 R's.
Okay, so that was
Writing and refilling the ocean.
President
Thank you very
Lisa.
much.
Another Lisa variant, and Arthur Dollars.
Grandfather Judas.
The old Jewish man. As Gabbo.
Whoa, careful there. Gee, I hate to let you down, Casanova.
As the wise guy.
No receipt, no return. I am death.
Death. Gotta love death.
My plan is up.
Oh, God. Oh, I'm just taking little sips of that drink because it's fucking deadly. It's definitely going to put me under the table.
So desperately lonely.
It's like Mo is a cave troll,
Ah, jeez.
or bridge troll.
I can give you season tickets.
It's a baseball player, Buck Mitchell.
For a lot of weird casts.
It's a hunter. He doesn't have dialogue, just a shotgun noise if I tap him.
Sure, do you expect me to talk?
Or their version of James Bond.
Now let's go murder our enemies in peace.
That's a rapper.
Thank you, boys. Well put.
Young Barney.
All thanks to all men, and maybe to one lucky gal.
Maybe to one lucky gal.
Do you go to the prom with me?
Don't you mean happy birthday?
Oh, Jesus. Simpsons Jesus.
Walkie-talkies don't count as two
Always
credits.
dumb as potatoes.
Okay, it's a version of Krusty and Jesus.
Don't you mean happy birthday? God, I mean you.
I just love they do that thing where Jesus is like a surly teenager who doesn't like God, his father.
I hijacked a plane here.
That's a very fringe character.
I think you're super talented. Do what it takes.
More very fringe characters whose names I don't even remember.
Good morning, fellow freedom likers.
That's the shock jock Birch Barlow.
During the week, I'm just your average. Okay, boys, I gotta go. Hold up.
Bunch of different voices.
I said, well played.
I got everything I wanted.
Just love all these weird different voices. Ooh, Itchy and Scratchy.
I am your guide. Contender. Bedbugs paralyzed.
Ah, from the African Adventure.
No, Widget is great. Hail Queen Marge.
We're
Woo!
Teenage
Long live
Homer.
the Queen.
Gotta get out of here.
Yo, how's the hanging, everybody? Yo, how's the hanging, everybody?
Oh, Roy, the character they introduced as a joke about Happy Days with weird characters getting introduced.
Stop.
It might be.
Another Marge
I should
version.
probably be going. I have a big forensics meet tomorrow.
Teenage Marge.
Yeah. I should probably be going. I have a big forensics meet tomorrow. Maybe I'll wear my hair.
And good Lord. That's a version of Mr. Burns. Okay, this one I love. This ballet guy.
Done. Haven't seen crap like this since my Broadway show, Crap Like This.
And that's my favorite quote of his. I haven't seen crap like this since my Broadway show, Crap Like This. His name's Chaz Busby.
Keep it up, kid. You got something.
Look at those squares making it nice and legal. We didn't need a piece of paper.
This is Ned Flanders' parents.
I'm as smooth as jazz.
Oh, yeah. We got high diddly high on that reeferino.
Slow down your sidewalk, Sullivan. You cleaners.
That's groundskeeper Wilma. Groundskeeper Willie's equivalent in Shelbyville.
Slow down your sidewalk, Sullivan. You cleaners.
Is it weird that I'm amused by these? I don't know.
Hey, I got a female too.
Another version of Homer. Baby Homer and old Homer.
Here we go. Here we go. 500, 500 maninos. Here we go.
It's the thing they did with a guy from one of those,
Junk.
I don't know. It's later Simpsons that I don't really know about.
Okay, everyone. Smile while the pets take our picture.
That's old Marge.
Hey, I'm sorry from Spiro Papadapa Konstantinosgianopoulos. I just own an RV.
That's Milhouse's granddad.
Hey, baby.
That's Homer as the sea captain from Marge's fanfic. When Marge published a romance novel. That's another version of Lisa. Another version of Homer.
Be like Homer's skull. Like a crack and not much inside.
Hear me, accursed brethren.
It's a comic book guy as a character on Dr. Moreau's
I
Island.
understand that some of you are still wearing tattered pants. Hear me, accursed brethren. Embrace your animal essence.
And isn't that a message for all of us? Embrace your animal essence.
I expected more of a reaction. Man, that is a tough crowd.
Get right up. Only 2 bits.
Another version of Mr. Burns. Oh, I think, okay, that's all of them. Crazy dog man. All right, that's enough. I just wanted to play all those various voices. Now I do a thing where I set them all to a task and a million voices will all go off at once. No, they don't. Okay, I stand corrected. Do this and I can like let it go. That was a good noise. I quite like Grandpa Simpson making a random noise like that. Ah, scintillating content right there, that man. Sorry, speaking of content, if I bring this around a bit. Content that everyone wants. Oh shit, my fucking laptop. Mimsy. Mimsy, everyone loves Mimsy. That's some quality content right now. Quality cat loving content. Yeah. Did Mrs. Angry shut the bedroom door? I don't know why you didn't go in on the bed. I'm assuming it's because Mrs. Angry shut the bedroom door. So So Mimsy's just hanging out with us for a while. Just look at her. She has really pretty markings. She's still really bony. Like she's been diagnosed. I've said this a couple times on streams. She's been diagnosed with hypothyroidism, so she's been getting medication for 3-4 weeks now. It does seem to have definitely improved her mood. She hasn't really put on a lot of weight. Like, as I pat her there, she's bony as fuck. I feel like her fucking spinal column, and particularly her hips at the back. But she likes getting patted. Shadow, who for whatever reason never comes on the stream, is still a little fatty. So, like, you pat Shadow, she's got more lush fur, and she has a huge layer of fat, so you don't feel any bones. But poor bloody Mimsy, you definitely feel bones when you pat her. But, you know, we still love Mimsy. So, honey, what are you doing? You've bitten the bullet, doing diagrams, Photoshop paths. Ah, okay. This is still with your coding stuff, which, cool stuff. Also reminds me, I was just pre the stream watching some stuff, some pretty diverse stuff on YouTube to keep me amused. I was watching several of the science without the gobbledygook videos from Sabine Hoffenstetter or whatever the fuck her name is. And there's some very interesting stuff. Like, one of them was, is infinity real? Which she says no. And I agree. Infinity is a concept. It's not an actual thing that you can measure, define, or see. Infinity is conceptual. And it's useful for various things in mathematics and physics. But in terms of real, as in something you can see, measure, test, etc., no, infinity is not real in that sense. It's a concept in maths and physics used to calculate various things, but it's not real in a concrete sense. And she lays out a bunch of stuff that says, in practical terms, infinity is not real, but we use infinity for various purposes in mathematics and physics, and it makes perfect sense in that things. But in practical terms, it's not real, which is interesting as well when you think about it. There's a thing that people broadly understand, the concept of infinity, which is very interesting. Infinity is a thing that most people have at least a concept of on some level. I think it's reasonable to say the majority of people in the world today at some level have a conceptual understanding of infinity, but it's not real. It's not real in the way that this high alcohol cocktail I've made is real. It's possibly as real as the brain cells I'm killing. But Mimsy thinks it's all okay so long as she gets a pat and a scratch. It's all good, isn't it, Mimsy? Yes. Yes. Also, that's a few sips. I still, I'm going to be going for a while yet. God, it's still early. It's only 10:30. Honestly, here's my prediction for the night. I'm probably not going to last beyond about 11 tonight. So we'll see. Excellent. That is an excellent reference, Abigail. Don't tell Thulsa Doom you see infinity in the pool. Heine, infinity just keeps going and going. Numbers can be reached by laying one stick at a time. Yeah. And of course, it's interesting. Infinity plus 1 is infinity. It's like infinity times infinity is infinity. This whole thing. Rays, what's up, my man? I am reasonably inebriated at the moment, and I've got my cat Minzy keeping me company. Yeah. Safa, I will actually have water before I go to bed. I am definitely not drinking any more alcohol. Even though it's Friday night, party night, it's just like, you know what? I'm going to fucking chill. I'll finish this in the next half hour. Oops, what are we doing? Jumping down on my lap, Mimsy. I'll finish this in the next half hour or so and go to bed. And Saturday night's date night, so I won't be doing a stream then. I may not do a stream on Sunday night. I'll talk to Mrs. Angry about Sunday night and what they're doing. You may or may not see me on Sunday. Ooh, roll the dice. It's a mystery. But I am leaning somewhat towards only doing the streams like on the weekend, like Thursday, Friday, every second Saturday, and maybe Sunday. Oh, Rays, too much too fast. Well, what are we? 2.5 hours in. I've had a bit to drink. And again, I feel like I'm still coherent. I feel like I'm still here. But it's just like this is a creation. It's a whiskey zombie. 3 different whiskies, including quite high proof whiskies. And some other things. It's very strong. It's quite tasty. It's quite tasty. I like it. It's not my favorite. It's not going down as a favorite, but it's pretty tasty. And Megaleech, yes, there are different infinities. And that was one of the things in this video of Sabine's I watched. She goes, there is an infinite number of infinities, and they conceptually different things. Excuse me. But yes, infinity is a concept rather than a real thing. Oh, hell yeah. No, Rays. Cocktails are fucking dangerous and sneak up on you. Like, I kind of made a joke in the description of this video that I'd been pre-gaming, which what that means is at about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I made a video for my cocktail channel. Probably won't be going live for a couple of days, but I had the script and I had the motivation, so I recorded it. It was my Death and Taxes cocktail, where I barrel aged it, and I kept some that wasn't aged, so I could compare a barrel aged version of this cocktail to a non-aged version, and see what difference it made. Barrel aged is better. This is Angry agreed as well, and that's a really strong boozy drink, and I did feel a bit inebriated after drinking that, but that was between 5 and 6 o'clock. So seriously, by the time I started this stream at 8, I'd sobered up. But then I've been drinking. I've been had some clarified cocktail, did some whiskey tasting, had a martini, I had a pina colada, and this. So basically, medical authorities would be frowning at me at the moment and saying, no, bad, you're binge drinking. And I said, what if I am, bitch? It's Friday night. I'm hanging out with my friends, even if virtually. And so I'm having a couple of drinks. Fuck you. And they think, oh, you're shortening your life with that. Yeah, but I'm also enjoying my life. You got to find a balance between extending your life and enjoying your life. Oh, Safa, I technically finish work at about 4 because I start really early. I get up and I log on to my work at about 7:30 a.m. Technically, I finish work at 4:30, but I tend to leave everything connected till after 5, just in case someone's trying to find me. Technically, I finish work at about 4, but I am usually still keeping an eye on stuff and maybe working on stuff beyond that. But yeah, I did shoot this video where there were 2 versions of the Death and Taxes, one that had been barrel aged for 3 weeks and one that wasn't. And I chased them, and Mrs. Angry agreed the barrel aged one is better. So let her have that, and I drank the other one. And again, it's very boozy. It's whiskey, gin, and sweet vermouth, and a few other things. Boozy AF. Ray's better to die and remember good times, die and remember regrets. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Here for a good time, not for a long time. Safa, when you flew Melbourne to Abu Dhabi, guy in his 30s, drank, plane workers asking him not to drink. After 3 hours of sculling beer cans. This is the thing. I've never drunk alcohol on a flight. It's just like, I don't want to be drunk on planes. It's like, there's too much weird shit happens on planes. I don't want to be drunk. So I have literally never drunk alcohol on a flight. Yes, Mimsy, she's gone back up on her for whatever reason, wants your attention. When I go to bed, you're going to come and sit. Like, she, because I wear my CPAP machine, I have my breathing thing on. It works better if I'm lying on my back. Sometimes I lie on my side. Lie on my back. Mimsy gets on the bed and she likes to sit between my legs. It's like comforting to be surrounded, isn't it, Mimsy? Isn't it? You fucking weirdo. She is a grade A fucking weirdo, this cat. Yeah, Safa, I don't know if it's included on flights. I've never asked for alcohol on international flights. Rays, I get what you're saying there. Fly stoned to sleep. Because I've only ever flown economy internationally, which is a bit nightmarish. I think if I ever flew business class or first class or above, I'd want to stay awake the whole time to just fucking max out everything and something. I remember watching a video on YouTube, some guy who traveled heaps, and he also worked out this thing like with frequent flyer miles. You get upgraded to like this secret class, which is above first class on the particular airline he was on, which I think might have been Emirates. It was called Emperor class, where you fly. You basically have a little apartment. Like, it's not just you have a really good seat. You have a couple of rooms. Like, the room where your seat is an actual fucking room. And then there's a bathroom, and it's not the little fucking cubicle thing. It's like a bathroom with a shower and whatnot. And you get access to a fucking bar and restaurant on the plane. It was fucking wild. But yeah, I don't have enough money for that. I've only ever flown economy internationally, which is okay. It's fine. It's not that terrible. But yeah, I think if I ever flew business or first or above, I would go out of my way to try and stay awake the whole time to maximize all of this. In economy, what I want to do is fucking sleep all the time, because it's a fucking thing. So, Safa, you've flown Emirates, good planes. And yeah, I think particularly if you're in this Emperor class on Emirates, you definitely have sex. Join the Mile High Club, because you got your little private space. But yeah, it's fucking wild. And again, anyone he might be too young to have ever heard the term jet set, because in the 60s and 70s, plane travel was actually really expensive. There wasn't really an economy class on planes, so all plane travel was a quite luxurious experience, and it was very expensive. So only rich people could travel by plane, and they were known as the jet set. But then it was like in the 70s, airlines started to think maybe we could cram more people into planes, and they came up with economy class, and they never looked back. So yeah, if you've ever heard of the term jet set, it refers to a time basically before economy air travel was a thing. And it was all super luxurious, very expensive. Only rich people could afford it. And yeah, suffer. It was like 70s or 80s when plane travel became affordable for the masses. Prior to that, it just wasn't. Like, plane travel was super fucking expensive. But it was also... look up online photos of plane travel in the 50s and 60s, and it's like really spacious, and you're being weighted on hand and foot, but it was also real fucking expensive. Like in real terms, like, okay, in actual dollar terms today, we can fly between Australia and the US like for not much more than $1,000 return. Certainly less than $1,500 return, you can find it. But pre-economy travel times, those sorts of flights were a minimum in like terms we'd understand today, $5,000 to $10,000. So only really fucking rich people did it. Look at this Suki cat who just fucking loves having her head scratched. You are so fucking Suki, Mimsy, honestly. Raise, how shitty would it have been catch a... Oh, yeah, but that's the thing. People used to catch boats. Like, traveling internationally took weeks, if not longer. It's fucking wild. Safa, my first flight... Because I have not traveled much. It's definitely the biggest regret of my life, not traveling. My first international flight was... a bit over 25 years ago. So 90s. My first international flight was in the 90s, late 90s. So yeah, economy class was definitely a thing then. So Ray's cost you about $2,500 for flights to the south. Yeah. So if you think it's 2,000 Eastern Europe return, that sounds about right. But yeah, in real terms, the pre-economy class thing was like $10,000 for intercontinental flights. So yeah, people used to travel by boat, and it took for fucking ever. So I'm just laughing at this fucking Suki cat here. Good God. All right. I fucking finish this drink. Oh. As predicted, this one is fucking done for me. Again, if I go to sleep now, I won't have a hangover in the morning. I don't know. I might be a bit subdued tomorrow. Like, yeah, I might have a bit. My tummy might be a bit. But I'm not going to have a headache. I'm not going to feel really fucked. Oh my God, I love those maraschino cherries. You going to come to bed with me, Mimsy? I think so. I think so. Big Sookie cat. All right. So, Saf, what am I watching tomorrow? Okay, so it's date night tomorrow. We might watch the movie Moonfall tomorrow because that's free on the streaming services now. And that was like a wacky, weird sci-fi movie. So we might watch that, or we're pretty into a TV series on Prime at the moment that's called The Outlaws. It's very good. Yeah, Dr. Abbey, I'm going to bed. I'm just taking it easy. At the moment, like, you know, I'm pissed but coherent. If I go to bed, I won't be too fucked up. Look, okay, I'm going to say there's a better than average chance I'm going to do a stream on Sunday night. I didn't stream last Sunday night, but I think there's a better than average chance I'll stream it Sunday. Yeah, Mimsy's going to come to bed with me now. Oh yeah, Dr. Abigail, I heard Nope was good. That's what's his name who did Get Out? I've heard that's good. But yes, we might watch Moonfall tomorrow. We might watch something else. I think there's a better than average chance I'll do a stream on Sunday night, but I might not. You know, just we'll see. But whether or not I do a stream on Sunday, then I probably won't do one before Thursday again. So we'll do that. And I also think this weekend I'm going to work on another pre-recorded thing. Yeah, Safa, Sundays might turn into a thing. I think I'm going to go with streaming, you know, kind of on weekends. I regard Thursday as virtually the weekend. You know, fuck it. Who does shit at work on Friday? Me! I work very fucking hard at work on Fridays. But I'm thinking maybe the streams Thursday, Friday, every second Saturday, and maybe Sundays. And then I can also work on some pre-recorded videos for the channel as well. It's all up in the fucking air. Who knows? See, Mimsy's... Oh, I made her make him a noise. I wanted to show you Mimsy sitting on my lap. Yeah. So, and I agree with that, Dr. Abigail. Good night to everyone in the chat, both active and lurking. I think there's a pretty solid chance I'll do a Sunday night stream, but I'm not sure. Wait and see. Who knows? But you all take care. I will see you to another time. Sorry, what's that, Lisa? Is Mimsy waiting? Oh, yeah, no. She wants me to go to bed so she can fucking sleep next to me, essentially, and get some body heat. Yes, Safa, there will be 1 or 2 pre-recorded videos during the week as well. So we'll see. I need some motivation to do it. So you all take care. You're fabulous. Hope to see you again another time.